If they don't understand their own script, how can they expect other will understand? Everybody knows in this field, our field, that understanding script is another very difficult thing. If reading script and saying this is good or bad requires years of experience. That's why you might have come across most of the people say, you narrate me the story. Because some people cannot understand the script. Understanding a script on 80 scenes, going through 80, 90 scenes, 50-page script is a hell of a job. People just fall asleep after reading 6-7 scenes. You know, you start yawning, you say, यार क्या करे, समझ में नहीं आ रहा, क्या करे, क्या लिखा है. आइडियाज़ अच्छे हैं, सीन्स अच्छे हैं, बट लैंग्वेज यूज़ करिए वही समझ में नहीं आ रही कि ये कैसे करें. सो इतना सब जो प्रोसेस है कि अच्छा थॉट, देन थॉट के बाद उसमें उसका एक अच्छा स्टोरी आई उसके ऊपर, देन स्टोरी divided in such a way that it is a compelling reading. If it is a compelling reading, it's bound to become fantastic visuals. Then it's up to the director. But well-written script, no director can spoil it also. And most of the successful directors are people who write themselves or who have company of fantastic writers who they are in equation with and who understand each other well. No director has come up, I think, without a good story. No film has ever been made or something. Or no, I'm not a film person, so I'm mostly a TV guy. So I can say that good writing is never flopped. And coming back to reading the script. So over the years, that I forced myself to just read, to understand what the whole script is about, what kind of movement is taking place through the script, how it is flowing. And because we write every day and all that, so I have come to certain definite conclusions that if I write, if I get people write for our kind of program, first scene has to be this, second scene has to be like this. After the story has gone through 4-5 scenes, then this has to take place. The body of the story has to have this kind of things. And then when you are entering into climax scenes, then story should flow like this. If I find that scenes are not fitting into this, I am pretty sure at that time that it's going to be trouble. So we sort of try to point out to each other, and since we are producing, like in CID we are producing 8 1-hour stories a month. It's huge amount of writing. I mean, writers are just writing 24 hours. We have 8-9 people working with us. So to expect them that write a story, fantastic story, which is having 23 scenes, deliver, go to the next story, again go through the same process, and then expect the writer to come up with perfect scenes, perfect planning, perfect flow, is, I think, demanding too much from it. So we try to, make them as comfortable as possible. Criticism is the least part of the process. We got to pinpoint the mistakes and all that, but I cannot do that by taking myself away from the process. I had to be part of the chain. Then only I feel I have right to say all this. So I am a part of the process. The story comes, The story is supervised by the creative. She is a writer herself. She has written about 400 independent stories, so that's great writing. So she supervises the story. Once it comes in a proper form, it comes to me. I see the pitfalls and I see the progress, and then I again juggle up and add certain things in. Then now it's perfect thriller. It goes back. The writer writes it again. By the time he finishes, it goes into production. At that stage, again we do some correction. Then it goes to the dialogue writer. He is also called in production meeting. He also is made to understand this is the story. And of course, we are aware that dialogue writing is another department, especially in Indian television and all that, which still is, I think, far behind what it should be. We are still, I think, just amateurs in that. Because there is no school which is teaching dialogue writing. We expect dialogue writers brilliant dialogue writers to just emerge from somewhere and give you fantastic writing. That this is happening in, as far as I think songs are concerned. There you have started getting people who are giving you fantastic lyrics, but it's not happening in I think in films and in television. So that's where we must concentrate and do something about it. We need fantastic dialogue writer, but eventually it's the dialogues which are telling your stories. So we have to. So that's a huge struggle which I face every day. We get these dialogues and correct it, because I find there are very few dialogue writers who understand the flow of a scene, which is very important. This I try to teach every day. That scene has to start somewhere. Scene has to reach somewhere in between, and then scene has to sort of climax. And then at that climax, it goes into the next scene. The next scene is, when this scene has reached there, it means the next scene also will start from somewhere. It cannot start from with a different sort of, I would say, different culture. They have to match scene. Then only the story will flow. Most of the dialogue writers are not aware of this flow at all. They don't want to understand it also, because they are depending on their knowledge of the words, which they think is the only thing which can take them forward. So sometimes you see dialogue is good, but it is not fitting in the scene. It's useless for that scene. So what's the point of using one or two words which are sounding good, but it's of no use for a dialogue. I am also afraid at that time that everything should not be turned into my kind of thoughts, because then there are certain scenes in the screenplay which require a young kind of thinking of a young person, or thinking of a modern person, thinking from a young girl's point of view or from a young boy's point of view. If I put my kind of dialogue in that situation, it might spoil the scene. So we we have young writers with us who are talking in the language of Aajkal the times, but they are not trained in the language. They are unable to understand the flow of the scene. That's the struggle I go every day. That's why it takes about 5-6 hours and all that every day to rewrite. For example, Rajat has a flair of storytelling. It just comes out of his heart. When he tells a story, he tells a story, and that he utilizes in his dialogues also, because the dialogues are not sort of you don't see them that they are impeding your the storytelling. They are part of the flow. That's where you start enjoying the story, the flow of the story, and the nuances in the dialogues and all that. That's what it should be. And I think he reached his peak in Dirty Picture. I mean, I saw it in the theatre, and even the girls were clapping. Very rarely you see that happening.
So you don't necessarily have three different people writing the story, screenplay and dialogues in your projects.
No, dialogue writer is different, and because they are under pressure, the people who are writing story and screenplay. But if they can write, if some of them say we would like to write, so we ask them, okay, go ahead and do it.
What do you look for in a writer?
It's whenever a writer calls me or sends me a message, I call them to office immediately. I don't say I don't have time for it, though I am hard pressed for time. But I try to meet all the writers. So when they meet me, first thing I look into them whether they are still hungry, are they into reading or not. Because I feel person who is reading today, the writer doesn't have to go to a library or need not have huge library in his house or her house to read every day. There got to be hunger, everything is there on the net or something. We buy books in hundreds till today, but I keep on distributing it to writers because what we cannot write ourselves, we can at least read. I mean, I understand the situations, the feeling, emotions. So unless somebody is reading constantly, unless somebody is evolving constantly, there would be a point where you are static. Yeah. So we look that in a writer, because younger people only will have to take this load forward. So we try to. But another problem with younger people, they are not experienced. Writing requires experience. So you require a mix of hunger and experience writing. Then we see, okay, and the person should be ready to slog. Here people get tired very easily. They write the first draft and say, okay, sir, if you ask them to bring next draft, I think he will come after 15 days. Or he may not come. Or sometimes we realize that this writer is neither reading nor evolving. He might have written one or two successful serials or something, but the growth has sort of stopped. So that's another thing. Thirdly, the commitment that if it has to be delivered tomorrow at 10 o'clock, it should be delivered at 10 o'clock. That's very important for us. And I tell about Sridhar, I will tell you, because when we started writing together, Sridhar wrote about 400 stories for us, both Ahat and CID, and both require a different kind of thinking. One is supernatural, there is less logic in that, and the other is CID where it is highly logical, nothing can be written without thinking repercussions, what is going to happen later on. We shot for about 6-7 years together continuously. Then later on, because then he got busy in films and all that, but he still tried to help as much as possible. He was still writing. He knew that we would collapse because then Rajat helped us for a long time, and Rajat was with us for about, I think, 12 years. He was writing that, dialogues, screenplays, various. And even when he started writing films, he would still drop in and he would still help whenever possible. So that shows the greatness of people. Nice human beings, great writers,